honey bunnies, welcome back. It's me, Jenny. Okay, my honey bunnies, I want to show you guys how I am storing my sequins with doing these all different storage organizational videos for you guys. I wanted to include the sequins because sequins are one of those things that I absolutely am obsessed with and I love, but they can be super messy and very hard to store. So I want to show you guys how I'm storing my sequins, and I wanted to show you guys how it's working out for me. So originally I had purchased a Craftmate storage little containers for my sequins, and I think I did a haul video showing you guys the Craftmate. I will try to go back on my videos and see if I can find that, and I'll link it below this video so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Now that solution, that storage solution, did not work for me. Although it was a fantastic buy and it was actually a good idea, it didn't work for my needs because what I was finding is every time I used to open the Craftmate, everything would fall out. Like the little containers that it holds, it would just fall out. So but like the fourth time that this happened, I decided, okay, you know what, I can't go through this every time I'm going to look for a sequence, and I returned it back. Although I love the idea of having that kind of solution for my sequins, it didn't work for me at all. It was just making me really frustrated, and I was just getting really upset that every time I had to go and look for a sequence, everything would just fall out. So I went back to my original storage solution for my sequins, and that is these simple $3.99, or I think it's $2.99 little dividers that you use for your beads. Now this is actually meant to be used for beads. I use it for my sequins because I absolutely love it. Not only is very functional because it has really good amount of little sections to put your different kinds of sequins in it. I also like it because it's thick enough or wide enough or deep enough that you can put a really good amount of sequins in these little compartments, versus the Craftmate that I bought for my sequins. That was another problem that I was having, that the actual little containers where you put the sequins in were very tiny. So I was only able to store like half a package of sequins, which that did not do me any good because I'm trying to save space and I don't want to have my sequins on different areas of my craft room. I want to have it all in one area. So that's another reason why that Craftmate little storage solution did not work for me. So I am using these $2.99 bead boxes for my sequins, and these are really something that kind of works for me the best. I have a few of them, and I will tell you why I have a few of them. I originally had these separated also by different kind of categories. For example, I had my Christmas and my Valentine's Day and my Thanksgiving sequence all in separate areas. Now I decided to just put them all together in one because I often find myself looking for hearts when I'm doing projects, and it doesn't necessarily have to be Valentine's Day. So it wasn't really making any sense that I had all my Valentine's or all my holiday sequence separately from my other sequence. So that's another idea to throw at you. If you guys have your sequence separately from your holiday sequence, that may not be such a good idea because you can use hearts for any kind of project. It doesn't have to be Valentine's Day. You can use hearts for get well soon card, or you can use hearts for Mother's Day. I mean, for a lot of things, not necessarily only for Valentine's Day. So I kind of had to like reorganize all my sequins and just put them all together at the same section. So I have 3 little containers. The first one I have here is all for my snowflakes sequins and for my joy sequins. These were the last sequins that I kind of stored. That's why it's so empty, because this is the last container that I worked with in kind of storing everything in here. Okay, but for the most part, everything else is basically filled out. This is the container that I have for shapes. So I have a container for shapes and a container for regular sequins. Okay, so all my shapes are all in here. I have, as you can see here, I have some stars. I have some more gold stars. I have some Easter eggs here. I have some like baseball bats here. I have some sleeves, some leaves right here. And then I have some Patties, some Christmas, some this is for Halloween. These are some little spiders. So everything that has a shape is basically all in this little container, okay, for my sequins. Anything that's that's color is all in here. I also included the hearts in here because I love my hearts, love them so much. So I included all my whites, my blues, my hearts, my royals, gold and silver, some more pinks, some lighter pinks, some lighter white, some gold, some bronze and silver, more pinks, and multicolors. So this is how I'm storing my sequins. For me, it makes sense. It actually kind of keeps me a little bit better organized, knowing that I have one of these containers for my solid colors and I have another container for my shapes. So that's a really good way of trying to keep your sequins organized. If you guys have more sequins that you want to store, then try to store them by categories, and that would probably make it a little easier for you to find and for you to use more of your crafty items. Okay, so that's basically it, honeys. I just wanted to show you guys, this was a really short video just to show you how I was storing my sequins, and it does work for me fantastic. I don't have any issues with it like spilling anywhere. I'm very careful with it. I don't really get too you know, crazy when I'm using this, and I'm very careful when I'm using it because I don't want it to spill or I don't want it to drop. So that's just the only little thing. If it's one thing that I don't like, is that you have to kind of be extra careful not spilling or dropping this container, or else you will have a nightmare that needs to be cleaned up for years. So if there's any downfall to having my sequins like this, it's basically that. But other than that, everything else is perfectly fine. I love it. I can see what I have. It's very accessible, and I just keep it in one little section of my craft room, and I love it. Okay, so alright, I hope you guys found this video helpful. I will be coming shortly with you guys with another organizational tip. I hope you guys enjoy this video, honeys. Make sure you thumbs up and you comment at the bottom of this video. Have a nice weekend. Bye.